Hey class, all right. We are going to do page 8. And this is going to be writing linear equations given 2 points. All right. Writing linear equations. And remember, linear equations are equations that graph straight lines given 2 points from a line, okay? All right. So the steps for this are going to be the same steps that we've been learning. The first step is to find, you have to find the slope. Remember, the letter for slope is M. The formula you're going to use, since you're given 2 points that are on the line, is going to be M is equal to Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. Okay? So you would label your 2 points, substitute the numbers in the formula, simplify and reduce. The second step is to find the y-intercept. Find the y-intercept. The letter for y-intercept is B. Remember, your y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. To find, let me put an asterisk here. To find B, what you do is you use the slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. This is slope-intercept form. You're going to substitute the information that's given and solve for b. Substitute and solve for b. Okay? Lastly, you're going to take the value for m and the value for b and substitute into the slope-intercept form. So you're going to substitute the slope, and remember the letter for slope is m, and y-intercept, and the letter for y-intercept is b, into the slope-intercept form. And remember, your slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. And then you will have an equation. You'll have an equation. So now let's do an example. Okay? Let's do an example. We'll do 2 examples. Example 1. We are given 2 points, and we're going to write a linear equation. Write a linear equation given, and the 2 points that we're going to be given in this one is going to be 0, 3 and -4 and -1. So first things first is you have to find the slope. So we're going to find the slope first by using the slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So label your ordered pairs. This is your first point, x1, y1. Second point, x2, y2. Remember, if I'm moving too fast in the video, rewind and watch it again, okay? So when we substitute, we get a -1 minus 3, okay? -1 minus 3. And x2 is -4 minus x1, which is 0. So on the top, that gives me a -4 on the top. Remember, keep, flip, change. That's going to be a -4. And that gives me a -4 on the bottom, which gives me a +1. So m is equal to 1. So now let's find b. Well, really, technically, since we have x is equal to 0 here, wherever you see x is equal to 0, your b is going to be the y-intercept. So really, your b in this problem is going to be 3 because we have here where x is equal to 0. But we're going to test that theory by finding b anyway. So we use y equals mx plus b, and we plug in the values that are given. Let's use this first point. It's the easiest point. You can use the second if you want. You're going to get the same answer. So we have our y is going to be 3. M is going to be 1. And x is going to be 0. Bring down the plus b. Here, when we multiply, this gives us 0. So this is 0 plus b on this side and 3 on this side. 0 plus b is just b. So we get b is equal to 3. So now since your b is 3 and your slope is 1, your equation is going to be y is equal to, you write it in slope-intercept form, mx plus b, where you're going to replace m with 1. So this is 1x plus 3 because it's a positive 3. Or you could have just said y is equal to x plus 3. You don't really need a 1 in front of the variable x, okay? It's understood to be a 1 there when you just see x alone or of any variable alone. Let's do example number 2. Remember, you can pause for the cause or you can keep going if you're ready to move on. All right, example 2. We're going to write a linear equation given, and we're going to be given 2 points again from a line. Because remember, look, any 2 points that you get, when you connect them on a coordinate plane, it's going to form a line. It's going to form a line, okay? And so they're just giving you 2 points that's on some line, and you have to take those 2 points and write an equation from it. All right, so we're going to write a linear equation. Again, a linear equation is an equation that graphs a straight line. And this time we're going to be given, let's do 2 and negative 6 and negative 4 and 8. Okay? All right, so first thing that we're going to do is we are going to find the slope. So we got y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Label your ordered pair. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Okay? On the top, your Y2 is 8. So that's 8 minus your Y1 is negative 6. On the bottom, X2 is negative 4 minus X1 is 2. So this gives you here plus a positive. That's going to give us 14. Okay? And on the bottom, this is going to give us a negative 6. So we're going to reduce this to 7, or let's do negative. We got 7. So the fraction is going to be negative because a positive divided by a negative is going to be a negative. So let's do negative 7 over 2. Oh, I'm sorry. Negative 7 over 3. Sorry, y'all. Because we divided both the top and the bottom by 2. Okay? All right, now let's find B. So our second step, this is M, so now we need to find B. So to find B, we use y equals mx plus b and pick one of the points. I'm going to choose the easiest one. Let's choose this first one here. So we got an x and a y. Y is negative 6. M is 7 over 3. And x is 2. So we got 2. Let's write it as a fraction. 2 over 1. And then bring down the plus b. So now here we get 6 is equal to, multiply straight across, that's 14 over 3 plus b. To move the 14 over 3 to the other side, we're going to subtract 14 over 3 on both sides. Okay? And on this side, this is gone and we're left with B. And on the other side, show you how you can just type this in your calculator. You can either write this as a fraction or you can write it as a decimal. It doesn't matter. But you have -6 here, minus, so I got minus, and I'm putting in parentheses the fraction, 14 divided by 3. And I close my parentheses up. And I can write it as a decimal, which is going to be -10.6 repeating. Or I could write it as a fraction. I can press the math button and enter twice, and that gives me 32/3. I'm going to leave it as a fraction. I'm going to leave it as a decimal, sorry. So this is y is equal to mx plus b. I'll replace m with the slope and b with the y-intercept. So that's y is equal to a -7/3x. X is either on the top or out to the side, minus 10.6 repeating. And this is your answer. Okay? Please make sure that you copy the notes and put them in your digital, take a picture and put it in your digital interactive notebook. Have a great day, y'all.